big nut brown hair, had even longer arms.
We all want the best for our children, especially when it comes to learning. And there are a number of things that you can do as a parent to stimulate their minds, such as reading to them early on. In this Parent Teacher Corner, we're going to examine child literacy and how you can help at home. This is the second of a four-part series called Literacy Learning Tools for Success. Joining us now for some insight is Dr. Michele Dufresne, literacy consultant and author at Pioneer Valley Books. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm glad you're here because I got to tell you, this is really near and dear to my heart because you and a lot of people out there know that, I have a daughter that struggles with reading and piquing her interest. And how can we as parents do a better job at getting them more interested?
Well, I think you're seeing that motivation plays a huge role.
Huge.
So they really need to feel successful, want to read, have books that are engaging. You want books that are topics of characters that they really want to read about. You want books that aren't too hard and aren't too easy. So books that they really feel successful at. And you want to fill your house with books so that the more they read, the research shows, the better they will be as readers. So they want to read, read, read. They'll get better at reading.
Oh, I think half my salary has gone to buying books. And now that you brought that out about the level and the challenges there, I actually went to the bookstore with my daughter, the younger one, and she found a book and I looked behind, and I saw the age and it said 8 to 12. And she just turned 8. So I thought, okay, this is good. We got home, she started reading it, and it was a bomb. It just didn't work. Every other word was difficult. It was too much of a challenge.
Right, and so she ended up not wanting to read it because it was too frustrating and probably wasn't making a lot of sense. Because you're struggling through the words, you're not really getting the storyline.
So that's really important.
So having the right level becomes super important as you're reading. And you can use an analogy of learning to ride a bike. If you think about riding a bike and putting training wheels on the bike, and how that helps you sort of learn to balance on the bike. And then as you get sort of the hang of how it goes, you lift up those training wheels just a little bit and then up a little further. Well, it's the same thing with using books that are just sort of leveled a little higher, a little higher, a little higher until they really start to be good readers. And that's why a lot of schools are using this A to Z levels. If you ask your teacher, like, what level is my child reading, you can find out the level, and that's going to really help you select books that are going to be in that range, that sort of place on the training wheel.
So let's say I want to see where my kids are at. What could I use? What kind of tools could I use to find out?
Well, a simple at-home thing you can do to see if the book is right is count up about 100 words in the book, and if your child struggles with any more than, say, 5 to 10 of the 100 words, it's too hard. So that's a simple way that you could do it. The other thing, at Pioneer Valley Books, we have a new parent website that we are launching with actually an assessment that parents can use. It's a very easy tool where there's some words that'll come up on the screen that you'll have your child read, and then it'll go to some little stories that they're going to read to you. And in the end, you're going to get a result that's going to tell you just what level for your child to read. It's really going to help you find that right book.
That is awesome. And once you have that level, doctor, then how do you then go to finding the right book?
So lots of publishers then have books leveled, this A to Z that I was telling you about. At our website, we have many books that are leveled all the way up there, basically kindergarten through early 3rd grade are books. But once you get this level, it's going to help you then select books that you want those books that your child is going to just find just right. Think about anything you enjoy doing. You want your child to want to read. Well, who's going to sit and read a book that's too hard? That's not going to be a fun experience. You really want at home for it to be really exciting and fun and easy.
They'll get there when they get there.
Exactly. Well, they'll read more.
Exactly.
They'll read more, and
then
they'll be better readers because they've read so much.
Thank you, doctor.
Thanks
Great
for having me.
information. I really appreciate it. And to learn more about reading assessment and helping your child become a better reader, visit pioneervalleybooks.com.